Hi, all. This is Dr. J, Arjun and Jake, streaming live from Oakland, California, from Austin, Texas, and from Long Island, New York. Hope the internet's a little bit better today than it was on Wednesday, but I had a little trouble getting on, so not quite sure. We'll play it by ear. So let's see who's on with us today. Jiggly, Man, Pete. Big Tex says celebrating TGTX, as am I. Big Tex, GTX.
Yeah, good for him. Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's great. No, I actually met Big Tex before in person.
Magnificent Answer is gracing us with his presence today. Shalom. We haven't seen Magnificent Answer in a little while. I miss the shalom. Big Tex. Oh. And the winner and champion stock picker, beating out Jake, beating out Arjun, beating out Big Professor Spike, beating out Linda, beating out Dr. J, albeit by this much. All right. Pete's on a roll. We got to go with Pete. Who else
Four
is
of his picks.
Jiggly is here?
Yeah, what did Pete pick? I don't even remember.
Uzi, V-U-Z-I.
Oh, Uzi.
Yeah.
I got a big pop on MGNI today, but it's too little too late.
One day late. It's terrible.
Yeah, I got a 20%er.
Oh, nice.
I had three big winners: Mankind, Amazon, and what was another one? Mankind, Amazon, and Neo. And yet my two losers made it such that I couldn't beat them. I had a 4.5 gain. He had a 6% gain. Both not bad for a 4-day swing trade. They're quite good, in fact. I'll take 4.5% every week. I'd be even wealthier than I am. 4.5% every week? Forget it. Norman is with us. And
He has dry powder.
Did we say Linda is with us? Did we say that?
There she is.
Yeah, we said. Yeah, there's a bunch of people that with us. Chris is with us. Chris is getting rich. Chris is getting wealthy on, you know what? ARWR. ARWR. Not only is Chris getting wealthy, but Dr. J has a chunk of that. I don't know. I got to sell everything. I can't stand it anymore. It must be the top. When any 4 letters that I invest in goes straight up, it's near the top or it is the top. Cabinet guy. Where it was -2 this AM. Wow, in Vermont. I'm glad I'm not living in Vermont. But in the summertime, it's so gorgeous. In the springtime, in the fall. I mean, any time but the winter. Unless you like to ski. Then Vermont is a place to be. Yeah, so we have our usual suspects, right?
What happened with Arenia?
Yeah, Purdue for a competitor. Yeah, I think it's Purdue for a competitor, and they made a partnership with someone, which the market Reddit that's like lower chance of a buyout, right?
I see.
I don't think they're taking the market still.
So Arenia has got two strikes against it, right? It's got the GSK drug that was approved, and it took a partner that was not looked upon favorably by Wall Street. Is that essentially it?
Yeah, it's essentially it. I think more so the partnership or the combination of both, because the Purdue, we knew that was coming. That's not a surprise.
Right. So the voice quality is probably due to
Yeah, we lost you, Dr. J.
Mm-hmm.
the two.
Is it still storming over there? Your
Internet
internet's still messing up?
So well, I didn't realize it was. I mean, there's no more winds. The snow is on the ground, so it shouldn't be. Myself, you guys, leave you. If I power down, I'm not ending the broadcast. So I'm going to remove myself and leave you guys alone.
Well, he's gone.
This is the same crap that happened on Wednesday. This is internet's just down.
That's weird. I mean, is he in the Hamptons?
I don't even know. I thought he was in Long Island, but I don't really know.
Well,
yeah, the other day, anytime he would try to share screens, it would just cut him out. But
yeah, well, last week it was me. This week is him.
Yeah,
you're next. Next week you can have technical issues.
I mean, I guess so. I mean, you had an excuse. You were in the middle of nowhere at a volcano.
Yeah, I was in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. No,
He's
back.
got. Well, crap. I mean,
Wow.
What do people want to talk about? Let's see.
That's funny. Well, I see a lot of Arunia. Of course, BCRX, see some BCRX.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still in BCRX, right?
I'm still in BCRX. Yeah, so just to recap, like I had options for December that I got out of. Those were super profitable, and I've been slowly turning those into June leaps. The reason I like those a lot is because by that time, all the catalysts that we know about, I think, will have played out, and we'll have one earnings call under our belt, which I want to see what 1/4 of Barrow earnings actually does, rather than all this speculation about what people say it's going to do.
Yeah. I mean, if they give guidance for Charlestat, I mean, I think it'll fly when that happens, and Wall Street can just let it run.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
What are you still, you sold half, right? Or are you just kind of waiting?
Half. I have like 40% right now. Like the dilution risk is not really there anymore. So there's that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's huge. Yeah, that's huge. 3 catalysts in December, so definitely hold through those. And it looks like the daily action is so much different than it was before PDUFA. I mean, it was just getting manipulated down. But right now, you see the flatter, still kind of an upward trend.
Yep.
I mean, for sure through December, and then we'll see what happens after that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, there's no point in selling now. If you sold on the spike, great. But like now, it's just in a holding pattern until these catalysts come. I mean, I found it really interesting that none of the 3 catalysts they put out this week, just because we're going into the holidays, but maybe it's strategic. Maybe it's not up to them. I don't know. I mean, Galley is definitely not up to them. But
yeah, that's not up to them. I mean,
Japan. Yeah.
Japan is not either. I mean, they have 3 days from
right.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe we'll get Japan news today. I don't even know about. See, like we can talk about Galley, right? I don't even know about Galley anymore. Like what that would do, right? I mean, Yeah, it's particularly as part one. So I'm not even thinking about Galley. I think Japan will probably get a little bit, maybe another 15%.
Yeah. I think it's smart to just pretend Galley doesn't exist as you're playing the stock, because it's such a wild card. It's such an unknown. It's so out of their control that you just gotta wait and see with that. So I mean, I would agree. If people are thinking about adding now, I would say you can scale in. I personally am doing the June leaps for the reasons I mentioned, but if you're holding, I personally wouldn't sell. This is not investment advice, though. We have to say that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna switch over to options as well. I mean,
nice.
Yeah, especially the way in the money calls. I mean, the premium is pretty low, so like the $4.5 or the $5 or this minimum.
Yeah, I was looking at the January 2022s though. Those are also priced very strangely. The in the money ones right now, all the break evens are below $10 when you get to like 5 and below. So might be worth looking at.
Yeah.
I mean, it just seems like $10 in a year. Like, to me personally, that seems like it should be a bargain, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think so. So look, Dr. J is in the, well, we didn't lose him. He just went to the comment section.
Let's see if he has any requests.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
So we got, let's see, fuel cell. People want to talk VBIV. I can talk about that later. What else?
I'm interested in the VBIV.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess I can talk about it now if we're going to go there. So I mean, the last few times Dr. J's definitely loved the chart, and I agree. I mean, it looks like it's kind of in a holding pattern. The volume's been up relative to where it has been, and it bottomed out at like low 2s, and now it's just kind of bouncing between 340 and 330. The reason I'm in this stock now is for the glioblastoma. Like, for people that don't know, it's this really, really, really awful brain cancer. John McCain died from it, among others, and there's basically no way to treat it that's approved. And I think that's going to be their big money maker out of all of the things in the pipeline. They said they're going to do an update on their COVID vaccine this week, which I find interesting. I mean, it looks like they're late to the party. Obviously, a bunch are getting approved, but I've been thinking more about it too, and it seems like there might still be room for players in that space later on this year, depending on how the vaccines progress. So we'll see. I mean, the other thing they have is the Hep B therapeutic and the Hep B vaccine. Vaccine they've already filed for approval. Phase 3 data looks great. So it kind of reminds me of BCRX in ways, because if you have such a deep pipeline, your chances of buyout are higher. So I would say right now it's a buy.
What's your horizon for this one? So it did the glioblastoma is like so it's phase 2, right?
It's phase 2. So
an update.
Yeah, basically they did a low dose cohort data release. The data was fantastic. The high dose cohort, they're going to release the data sometime in Q1. And I think that once that, assuming that is good, then my guess is they're going to be more of an acquisition target than they already are. And I think they already are a pretty good one. So the timeline for GBM is maybe 2 months. And yeah, I mean, I'm just holding shares. I'm not playing any options on this. I've just been adding slowly. I've talked to some people that like the April options, the in the money ones, but I mean, I could see various strategies for this one, but I just prefer to have the shares here and just wait it out.
Yeah, I've been waiting for a dip in VBIP too to go in. Yeah, I do like the Q1 data update. That could be interesting.
Yeah. Let's see. So what else do people want? What do the people want? Oh, I'll talk about Albo at some point too. That one I've been in for a while. You have any others? You want to talk more about Arenia or?
Yeah, I can talk about Arenia for a bit. I mean, we can probably bring up sell side, but I don't know it'd be fair because Dr. J's not here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I was just down on sell side for the entire time. So let's wait for him on that one.
Yeah.
That is an interesting one because data is locked. So I mean, people should be getting pretty nervous right now.
It's gambling.
Yeah, it really is. Let's see what else.
Do you have Albo on your radar? Have you heard of ALBO? I've been in this a little while. I could talk about that if you want.
I don't have that. I have ABEO, but not Albo. So I like to hear about it though. I'm looking for a new place to, like Jiggly here. I'm looking for a new place to park some money.
Yeah, so for Albo, I mean, I've recently, after BCRX has done well for me, I've been more interested in these rare orphan conditions, just because, just from what I've read and seen, it seems like if you get that orphan designation, you have a much higher chance of approval, and you just have a much easier time in the market. And so Albo, they're specifically targeting a bunch of rare pediatric liver conditions. Basically everything from, there's this one called PFIC, there's Alagille syndrome, biliary atresia. And basically the idea is like their liver isn't working properly. The bile acids are all messed up and over toxicity levels. And so they had their phase 3 data earlier this year, and it hit really well for PFIC. So they got the orphan designation, and then they got the priority review voucher, which is really great too, because if you get that, you can either sell it, I guess, or you can keep it. Do you know how much of those sell for? I mean, it's like
it's like between like 100 and like 200 million. I mean, we were looking for that for LJ for the longest time.
Oh, La Jolla,
yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. So Albo, I mean, from that perspective, I really like it. Phase 3 de-risked it. They're doing some other phase 3 trials for like Alagille and others, but PFIC, I think, based on the orphan and the priority voucher, I think their chance of approval will be really high, and it should come sometime next year. It looks like you're going to get, I mean, based on what I'm seeing, I think it's going to be similar to Barrow in that you can get like 300 to 500K per patient per year, which if it penetrates the way I think it is, because there's no treatment on the market. It's not, I mean, Barrow obviously is competing, quote unquote, with Takeda's thing. But I mean, my guess is, with all the needles and all the crap they have to go through, it's going to become a new standard of care. But with Albo, there's nothing on the market. So they would get the rare pediatric bump there. And it looks like they can approach $1 billion in sales. Market cap it's very low right now. So I like it. Something to look at for sure. I've been in for a while. I'm just adding.
I love your I gotta say something. I like it better from the comments from the peanut gallery. I go back and listen to you guys.
You're back, so yeah, that's better.
You had some great comments, Dr. J. You're competing with Jiggly.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's not easy to compete with Jiggly. He's a professional commenter.
Yeah, it really is.
I'm like an amateur commenter.
One of the best commentary in the game.
Yeah, we have Jiggly. Nobody else has Jiggly. We should 1,000 views a show. Just Jiggly. Not to mention Linda and Pete.
It's
Forget
true.
about us. We're just window dressing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. We don't matter. We don't have investment advice.
I
We're just
agree.
chatting.
Hey, I have to leave in 3 minutes here. Hey, question. I mean, miso. Should I watch that one, or what's going on with that?
Oh,
I think it's
miso.
over for me. So
Yeah,
I took a hit and I sold most of it.
oh, you sold most of it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I didn't even see it's 30. Okay, 32%.
No, I just saw that. Yeah.
Holy hell. Yeah, I mean, it's, oh my God. Free fall.
What happened?
I think it's, I'm so upset with stem cell companies. I'm thinking of selling Athesis. Does anything work with stem cells? I mean, they do nothing but strike out. It's driving me crazy.
Yeah.
I have not made money with a stem cell company yet. I've been in a lot of them.
Yeah,
Been in
sad.
all of them
Okay.
at one point or another.
Wow, so bad.
I don't know what it is.
COVID data.
They should work, but they don't work. No matter what, they try a million trials, they don't work.
Yeah,
So
sad.
I'm really annoyed. I thought miso was the creme de la creme of the stem cell companies. I kept some. I kept 25%, but I big hit that that hit that I took on miso was counteracted luckily by the profit I took on Mankind. I took pre-market at 420, and yesterday the profit I took on AEMD, I got out at 335. I made a nice bundle on that one.
Wow.
So I mean, I did sell to
Nice.
counteract the miso. And Chris talked me into ARWR. How can you give me such a lemon? What's with you, Chris? You got to pick better than that. It only went up from 30 to 80.
Huh.
That's a nice
I
move.
missed on that one. That's crazy.
Nice move for ARWR. Chris, you got to tell me that you're buying a new car, a new Tesla, something. What are you buying? Come on, it's the age of RNAi. You know what that is? They're skipping genes. That it's very applicable. They're shutting off certain genes. It's very applicable for genetic illnesses, but not from general. Athesis, I don't know, because in the early EUAs, emergency use authorization, miso cured 9 out of 12 people on ventilators. They expand to a full COVID phase 3, and they're curing nobody on ventilators. So I don't get it. And I thought miso was the better of the two for COVID-19. But Athesis is up today. Maybe they got rid of one competitor. Maybe that's, I don't know. So
Yes, it might be a good buy right now, actually. Athesis.
So there's no question that I made more on paper than I lost on miso, but still, I didn't like that hit I took, and I realized that I didn't want to sit with it anymore. Not that I realized the loss. I actually have a gain because I bought the stupid thing at 4. But still, the other day it was worth twice as much as what I sold it for today, in like 2 days or something.
Yeah. Well, you still made profit.
Clarence says the leader in CRISPR technology is CRISPR. CRISPR is the leader in CRISPR. But CRISPR is gene editing. That's a little different than gene skipping, isn't it? Clarence, is it different? I think it's different. It is different. Pete is telling me that Athos broke $2 today. Yeah, that's good.
Oh yeah.
Linda says, are we in at the stroke trial? Yes, we are. But it wouldn't hurt to have good data, good interim report on COVID-19. Nothing works for COVID-19 to get people better. All they do is instead of putting them on their back, they put them on their stomach. You have to go into the hospital to put yourself on your stomach. I mean, there's nothing that works. Even remdesivir doesn't work. Nothing works, and the Regeneron drug that everybody's going gaga over, if you don't give it very early, that don't work. So nothing works. Once you get on that ventilator, the only thing that can help you is your belief in God or your belief in or something. So I mean, it's all over at that point. Nothing helps. In fact, nothing. Like I said, let me repeat to date, nothing helps except flipping you over on your stomach. And that doesn't take great scientific advance. And maybe the steroid helps a little.
Yeah. What about your AMD device? Any update on
I like it.
those patients?
I'm going to re-enter looking for the data to come out on the hemopurifier. I think it'll do something. I may not be as good as I was hoping, but I think it'll could play a role in COVID-19. I mean, it cured the doctor of Ebola back in the day, 5 years ago, whatever it was, when we had the Ebola outbreak and we had that doctor from Africa. They moved to Germany, remember? And they cured him with this hemopurifier. So how different? I guess it's different, but to me, if you can reduce the viral load, it has to be a positive thing. At least it's measurable, it's quantifiable, as opposed to something that remdesivir, I don't know if it's reducing viral load in the same way. I don't know what it's doing. I don't understand the mechanism of action for remdesivir that well. But it's a simple thing to understand. Reduce the viral load that's in your blood. That's an easy thing to understand, right? I mean, conceptually. And that's what the hemopurifier does.
Yes. I mean, that device is definitely great pump material for the right CEO. They just got to cure like a well-known person, and the stock's going like 20.
Yes. But even if they don't, look, the 40 people are in the phase 1 trial, 40 patients. And I don't know how many they've tried it on yet. There's no news. There's news silence about their COVID-19 trial. I don't know if that's a good thing, a bad thing. Don't know.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you.
I gotta leave you guys here. So enjoy the rest of the show.
Let me leave you with one more thought about AEMD.
Okay.
I did not go into AEMD to hear that the first person was dosed in the University of Pittsburgh trials on head and neck cancer. To me, that isn't the reason to be in the stock. It's phase 1, a long ways off. But that's why it popped, and that's why I got out pre-market.
All right. Well, have a good weekend.
All right. See you, Jake.
Yeah, see ya.
So we have to chart something. Otherwise, people will say all we do is bullshit.
Yeah. No? Can you? Should I chart? Are you able to chart?
I think I'm totally okay now.
Okay, good. Yeah, let's chart. Otherwise, Jiggly's gonna just.
Jiggly will have connections. We'll have connections.
Jump off the rocker. Jiggly wants Jake to be docked his full pay.
Yeah. No, we don't do that.
Oh, nice. I think this is working. I can see your screen.
Oh, that's good news.
There we go.
Let's see. Now is it loading Yahoo Finance? What's the first one you chart? CRX.
Can you chart? Can you chart
Albo,
my elbow? Can you chart my elbow? I want to see what your
Sure.
thoughts are on the chart. ALBO.
Sure. All right. LBO. I may not be able to get up to everything that I wanted to get up to today because, you know, the technical difficult, but at least we're charting. Oh, I think we are. Let's see how quickly load.
Jiggly, it's ALBO, Jiggly, not P. Don't invest in the wrong thing.
Alpo, that's dog food.
Oh, now you're breaking up. No, we were so close to a chart.
Your leg. We get there. It's spinning its wheels, but I think we might get a chart. Maybe. I don't know what it is. I rebooted the modem, I rebooted my computer, I rebooted everything. So it's got to be on the Verizon end if it's still not working. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Short Verizon, short VZ. That's the answer. Go short on VZ. I'm going to try one more time on the same stock. And then I'm going to give up if it doesn't load.
Someone's suggesting suggesting I could chart. I guess I could do it.
All right, you do it. I'm gonna stop sharing.
Yeah, hold on. Let's see.
Stop screen sharing. Stop sharing. Okay, now you can do it now.
Yeah, let me see if this works. All right. Can you see that?
No, it's moving slowly.
I think you have to. Do you have to let me?
No, I don't have to let you. The problem is the same thing. It's connecting to my internet, isn't it? Well, even though you're screen sharing, doesn't it go through StreamYard? Which I don't know. It has nothing to do with me, though. You do it. Oh,
yeah. I mean, oh, there we go.
Add it to the screen.
Can you see that?
Change it to candlesticks. Change it to candlesticks.
Candlesticks.
I can't look at the chart. Oh, much better. Put your cursor on this candle right here. Draw a horizontal line there from the top of the candle. Yeah, right from the top of this green red candle. Draw a horizontal line from the top of this red candle. From the right here, from the top of the red candle. That's just midpoint of the body of the big move.
Yeah. Yeah, so that I think, because that was the day, basically, that was when the phase 3 data dropped, and it was great. So on September 8th, I was holding before that, through that, it touched 49, then it closed at just below 40. Then they did an offering at 40 million shares.
I don't see a horizontal line right where my cursor is. Right at the top of the red candle, not the big red candle, the next to the next red candle to the right of that big one.
This one?
At the top of the 2 foot, yeah, that one. The one, yeah, that one right there. You could draw a horizontal line as opposed to any line instead of trying to make it horizontal. There's an option for draw horizontal.
How do you do that?
You just hit draw and then you go to the left, where it says line, and click on that.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Down to horizontal. Yeah, yeah.
So that's a 4281.
At the open, at the very top. I do it the open line. Do it there.
Oh, up here too.
Right there. No, where you drew it is perfect. And that just tell me what the open was on the day that you drew that line. What's the price of the open of this
45.55, I think it says.
It looks like we're right at resistance for the horizontal line that you drew. That's resistance. You drew it perfect. The open of that red candle is resistance. And draw another one right above it at the high of the day of the same candle. Just a drop higher. Yeah. A little lower. Yeah, right there. So that's the area of resistance right in there.
Okay, so we're talking.
It looks like new high.
Great. So 43-ish. Okay.
Yeah. If it gets past that level, you're going to new highs. It backed off of that, and that's definitely the resistance area. That double ruled line that you put in. So
Perfect.
That's resistance. Now, can you draw a trend line? If you want, you can draw a trend line like from right. You see, there's a nice trend line that it's basically holding. Just try to make it hit the bottom of as many candles as possible. You could start it off at the bottom of the recent leg up, about 2 months ago.
So yeah, from here, like, yeah.
You should be able to draw a nice trend line. No, that's not it. I'm looking at one that's going to go up. That more or less captures most of these candles. Most of these candles. That's one trend line, but this is the one I'm looking at. You can't see my cursor, unfortunately.
Yeah, I can't see what you're doing.
It's good enough.
Yeah.
You have a very nice bullish. Bottom line is you have a bullish chart. Now we want to see on a pullback. Where's it going to stop? This is very strong support. You see let's go down. You have one leg down and then one leg up. The top of that small leg up is big support. You see the red candle?
Yeah,
come down
right at like
a little more, down more. No, more, down more. Down more. I'm looking at the support. Yeah, the higher. Yeah, the right. No, that's what you're getting.
You got to do this. I can't see what you're talking about.
I know.
Oh man,
I can't explain it. It's kind of funny. I'll tell you what.
That's fine. We can
stock pick. This is nice. You drew a nice chart. Elbow looks like you could buy it on a dip, and if it breaks resistance, just add more. It looks like a beautiful chart. I like the chart.
Happy to hear it.
Let's not.
All right. Go to stock picks for a second. I'll let you know.
You want to do another chart? Or you want to go to stock picks? We look at the old picks and advertise for people to give us new picks.
We'll do this for now.
I only put in the three winning ones, mine and Pete's and Professor Spike. Mine. If you look at you can summarize my winners and losers.
All right. So it looks like We'll start with Pete since he won.
Okay,
So
he's
Pete.
number 6.
Yeah, I mean,
Right,
Pete just knocked it out of the park with Voozy. That was a
Yep.
50% gainer, and then everything else was either a slight loss or pretty even. So basically, Voozy won the week. Good job, Pete. And then
Yes, at what stock made him?
Spike.
And Professor
Spike just
Spike,
had.
he got hurt by the VIX pick.
Yeah.
So that killed him, but he still managed to come out flat for the week. And I came out pretty good. I had 3 good winners, but 2 bad losers.
And then let's see.
My 3 winners.
Yeah, Neo.
Amazon, I doubled up on Amazon. I went 1.5 times on Neo. And unfortunately, Mankind, I only had half a year of, $50 out of the 600. So that was my biggest percentage mover, 25% on the week. But I didn't fully capitalize on Mankind. Had I had Mankind as my number 1 pick, I would have won easily, probably. So I'm gonna be in it again. Hopefully, Pete will come back. Pete, do you want to defend your championship status for next week? I don't know if Pete wants to or not, but Pete, you're invited to. Linda, you want to give it another try? You're welcome. And Confucia definitely wants to do it, so we'll let Confucia do it. And anybody else, just let me know. Pete's going to defend his reputation. And Linda, do you want to do it again? And is there anybody else? Shalom, you want to do it? MA? MA is a good stock pick. Clarence, how about you?
Yeah, Pete looks like he wants to defend.
Yeah. Yeah. So what about Albo? What's the type of, I missed the discussion to a large extent, on Albo. Can we concentrate on
about
this?
what it is? Yeah, so they're targeting rare pediatric liver conditions, and so there's no approved treatment for it. It's called PFIC, and on that chart when they had that big bump, that was when the phase 3 data came out, and it was excellent. And so they have orphan designation, and then they got the priority review voucher also. There's no.
I thought I remember that stock being a stomach play, gastro play. No.
No, it's all just pediatric liver diseases.
Okay, maybe from a long time ago.
Yeah, but I like these orphan plays. Like the market exclusivity, and then the priority voucher is great too. You can either sell that or keep it. Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge fan. I've been in it for I don't know how long now. Maybe 4 or 5 months.
The last chart I seen as good as this, and I got a little excited about, was TGTX. It's not quite as good as that one, but when I saw TGTX, when Big Tech told me to load that one up, I went gaga. I said, "Oh my goodness, I got to get in." That was a phenomenal looking chart. And another one that was phenomenal looking that just off the chart I immediately bought was BioNTech at 50. So sometimes the chart is compelling, and the chart of Albo may not be as compelling, but it's damn good.
Very nice. Oh, can you take the comment? Can you take the comment off the screen? I think people can't see.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. What else did people want to chart? Voozy.
VUZI, yeah. What chart you got up there now? GHSI?
That was TGTX.
Oh,
Bluesy's
geez,
just
that one has gone parabolic. I mean, it's crazy. At some point, I got to take something off the table.
Yeah.
It's going crazy. It's like erupting, like Jake's volcano.
Beautiful.
They have a really good drug for MS. I mean, this might only be the beginning. I'm scared to take too much off the table.
Yeah.
Hey, Big Tex, did you take any off the table, Big Tex? I'm asking him. I did not take anything. Dr. J is still riding the wave. At some point, a little comes off the table. You got to take your profits, or at least some of you, at least half your profits. This is a tough game, this biotech, as Miso reminded me today.
It is.
It's not as easy as it looks.
Well, so Mankind. People wanted to see Mankind.
Well, don't tell me what it's doing. I sold it at 420. I don't want to know. If it's higher than 420, don't tell me.
It's not. It's at 408. There you go.
Okay. That one I still think is a buyout candidate. It depends on the volume today. If you see heavy volume in the last couple of hours, I might even get back in. I might get back in at more than 420.
Interesting.
I mean, I expected a collapse to the threes. Didn't happen. I might just go back in. I got to think about it.
Interesting. What did it open at today? It opened at 420. Okay, and then it.
I actually sold pre-market at 420. The chart on it is very good, by the way. They're accumulating. The volume is pretty damn good too. If this volume gets anywhere near the volume of Wednesday, I will be back in with more shares than I sold. And of course, it doesn't go down from here. I don't even care if it goes up. If the volume goes up in the last few hours, I'm thinking buyout. The volume will tell me everything I need to know on this one.
Makes sense. Yeah, wow.
Right now, I'm completely out. I sold everything.
Oh, you sold everything? I thought you said half. Oh, okay. Interesting.
All my Mankind. I sold half of something else, I forget. Miso. I sold 3/4 of my Miso. I should have sold all of that garbage. I'm down on Miso. I'm annoyed. Oh, I also sold a little NWBO. Just because I felt I had too much on the table. And I took some nice profits, nothing wrong with doing that. I was going to sell some CVM as well, shares, not options, or hold on to them. But I didn't, not yet. I keep threatening to sell some CVM, but I haven't done it yet. Only the original amount that I sold. I originally had double what I have now.
I want to see what else people wanted to chart.
Yeah, what do they want? Give the people what they want.
I think I saw GHSI. Let's get that one.
Well, Linda wants to know some possible sell points. Well, we bottomed at. Did we bottom at 21 pennies? What's the bottom here on this red candle?
Bottom's 21.7.
All right, I said to hold off when asked earlier when it was like 23. I said buy it at 21 pennies. Now let's see if I can come up with a sell point. I'm thinking. I'm thinking the middle of this red candle. You see this big red candle?
Yeah, this one here.
The big one. The middle of that, which should coincide with the top of the other red candle. Draw a horizontal line right there.
Yeah. So 2670, right around there.
Yep, that would be my sell, unless I wanted to play the RSI. Do you have the RSI on your chart? No. The RSI. If you want to be greedy, Linda, you ride it out till the RSI hits 75, and then you just sell. If it's going really good, pennies can go up really fast. So the alternative is let the RSI tell you when to sell this thing.
It's at 57 right now. 57.
So when it goes to 70, 75, you can get ready to sell. That would be the other way to play it. And you know something? They might just coincide with the resistance that we drew. I wouldn't be shocked if you get the RSI popping right about there. In other words, you might be a day or two away from selling this thing. If I had it, I would probably sell it. I sell half when the RSI goes to 70, 75. Or you hit that horizontal line. But I'll tell you something, to be honest with you, I'm much better at calling bottoms than I am at calling tops.
Makes sense.
So I am much better at entry points than exit points. What else do people want? Give the people what they want.
I see an Athersys, I think. Yeah, we'll look at it. Let's see. I'll get the
nice green candle today, right?
Yeah. There. Zoom in a little.
Very nice green candle.
So we're at
What
204.
204 now. What was the high?
207.
Very nice. And it broke. If you see the old high about 7 candles ago, put a horizontal line right through that. Not the middle of it, the top of it. The top of that thin gray bar.
Right here.
It's counting candles to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. From the right hand side of the pic. Yeah, right there.
191. 191, yeah.
Horizontal line right through that. The top of it.
Yep. Yeah, it's right there.
The top.
Yeah, 191.
Now, I don't see the line. This line, the top of the candle. Now, you drew it lower. I wanted the top. The top of that
right
candle. The highest point. That's the middle. Doesn't it go higher? On your screen, it looks like it's higher, almost as high as today.
Yeah, I think that's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles is that thin gray one. The high of the day. What was the high of the day that day?
206.
Oh, that's where I want the horizontal line, 206.
Yeah.
You put it in a nice place too.
Yeah, we'll put it. Hold on. Put it right there. There, close enough.
So today it took that line out. It didn't stop at 206. It stopped at 207. So there's no potential for a double top. The ascending trend line going through the bottom, going through the lows of the last few weeks is very indicative of further movement up. So Athersys is looking really strong. It's firing on all cylinders. Fundamentally, no, not yet, but anticipatory move. So this is one of those buy the rumor, sell the news, because I don't think the real news is not coming till second quarter 21. So this has been a very nice surprise for Dr. J. I didn't expect the move until first quarter, but I think the move should continue. It should actually gain in enthusiasm as the stroke trial draws to a close in Japan. So this should be $3 by the end of first quarter. I see a 50% potential.
Okay.
What else do the people want?
Ooh, so it's 10:02. Can you stick around for a little bit? I can maybe do a couple more minutes.
I can stick around forever, but I'm useless.
Let's see. Yeah, I'll do one more and then I gotta bounce.
Okay.
What do people want? What do people want? I'm trying to see. ADAP. There we go. Somebody finally typed something.
I think Cabinet Guy likes that one. It shows signs of life lately, doesn't it? Blow it up.
Yeah. So
It's
what are we doing?
Showing a little bit of life. You know where to draw a horizontal line. It's actually looking good today. I want to see some green candle. And if you get a little follow-up and you go past the horizontal line that Arjun's going to draw soon, hopefully in the right place. Right, it's a natural horizontal line. You just draw what looks good to you.
Yeah, I'm trying to see here. About here. There's some resistance, so there, let's do this one. And then let's get another one.
It should be above where we are now. Above.
Yeah, and then there, yeah, 508.
All right, that's good. You drew two lines perfect. That's how I would have drawn them. So you have two levels of resistance. It gets past the first. You got to take out the second. You take out the second and you're flying. So I would definitely hold it, not add to it at this point. I would like to see one more green candle like on Monday. By the way, full disclosure, I own some of this. I own everything. What don't I own?
Here, I'll give them BCRX. They want to see that chart too. We might as well.
Put the chart up, and then if you want to bolt, you can bolt. You want to say a couple of words first?
No, here I'll do the BCRX chart and then I'll bolt.
All right, the BCRX chart is still on trend. If you notice connecting the little stub green candle do you see where the high volume came in? The big green volume. Go to the left of that. There's a little green candle. Try drawing a trend line through that if it works.
Yeah, let's see if I can pull that up.
Maybe better yet is the next green candle. Yeah, the next one. Yeah, right there. Exactly the day of the big volume. Take the low of that candle and connect to the low of this candle and that candle. You should get 3 hits.
Yeah. Why is this being all finicky?
But I'm trying to tell you, we're still trending up. This is a normal pullback. That up a little. Yeah, carry up more. Yeah, stop. No, too high. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, we'll do that. Okay.
We're on a nice little trend line. You could have even started at the candle earlier, but this is fine. This is nice. So we have a little upward trend going. This little pullback to that trend line is a good buying opportunity. I think at this point, as Erod said, we're de-risked. We don't.
Agreed.
Unlikely that we're coming back to the capital markets for money. So without a raise in our future, and with only good things, things that looking good, catalysts, likely EMA approval.
European. Yeah. Euro, Japan, and then.
So we're going to get approval from Barrow. We're going to get galley news, hopefully positive. Look, it's going to beat hydrochloroquine, whatever that's called. Hydrochloroquine. Yeah, it's got to beat that. And so we're going to get positive galley news. We're going to get approval on two fronts for Barrow and PNH. I don't know exactly the timeline, but it's looming big in the future. So you have three biggies, nothing but good news, and you have a CEO who probably wants to sell this company for $25 to $35 a share minimum.
Yep, agree with all of that. I love BCRX right now.
It's probably the most de-risked stock that still has huge potential.
Yep.
I mean, if you want to go into CVM, there's even money shot. You want to go into NWBO, even money shot. This one looks like better than even money, Phil, with just as much growth, almost as much growth. Potential. Everything is potential. We're talking potential energy here, not kinetic. Potential. Actually, this has kinetic energy too. This has been.
All right, I gotta head out. It's almost 10:10, but hopefully your internet works one day.
All right, so I'm gonna get out of. Can't share screen. I'll try sharing my screen one more time. Thanks a lot for joining us today, Arjun.
Thank you. All right, guys. Take care.
I'll try this again. I'll give you one more chance. All right, I'm a benevolent soul. Pete and I will take on 4 more people. Confucia, Linda, at least if she wants to, and whoever wants to from our show, whether it's Arjun, Dr. Professor Spike, or Jake. Anybody else have any stocks you want me to try charting? I'll give it one more try. One more for the road. MA is, what does MA want? Yeah, you want to give me 5 picks on StockTwits, and I'll put it up on the website. If you want, you're invited. Just let me know on Twits if you want to. I'm not going to do more than 6 because it's a lot of work for me to enter it. I should automate it, but it's only been 1 week that I tried it. So oh, gee, there is no top for this one. This one could erupt like a volcano, but I don't think until second quarter of next year. You saw the chart. It's looking pretty good, Pete. Linda, you're still with the ADMA? I thought you gave up on that already. Siri, Nan wants. We did ADAP. I believe cabinet the guy is in that too. What else? David wants BCRX. We talked about BCRX over and over and over again. Zeisman says I should try an Ethernet cable. Linda, Matt can have my spot if he wants to give it a try. All right, Linda's opting out for a week. If Magnificent Answer wants to give it a try. MDGL. I will end with MDGL. Is that the liver play, liver cancer, or liver something or other? I think it's some kind of liver play. I'll see if I can get that chart up. Share screen. I don't follow it, but it's not a bad idea to give it a look every once. The universe of stocks is too great for Dr. J to follow them all. But we will try it and see if it works. Maybe my internet is better by some miracle. Could it be? Could it be? My internet is better? Is it possible? Possible? Internet is looking better. Wow, MGL it is. I think we're going to get lucky. I know I'm running way over, and something I don't care today. Today is one of those days that I have a little extra time. So if I can get the chart up, I will be happy to do it. But I don't know if I will. Spinning again. So as soon as I go to Yahoo, I run into trouble. I tried. I did try. I tried, it just didn't work. So I did everything right. I rebooted my computer, I rebooted my modem. I don't know what the problem is. I'll have to call Verizon. I apologize. I noticed there are all these new people here and they're very disappointed I couldn't shop. I love buyout possibilities. Now, every biotech is a buyout possibility. It's just a question of how possible are they. I don't follow them, so I can't really just off the top of my head give you a fair answer on that question. But if I had the chart up, I could have. And we're going to end with Jiggly's to the moon. What's going to the moon? Let's hear it, Jiggly. JMIA to the moon. Good afternoon, everybody. Have a great weekend. Be sure to subscribe. As always, our opinions are strictly our own and do not constitute investment advice. Do your own due diligence. Consult with an advisor. Adios, amigos. Tell your friends about us. Ciao. Look at the website, stockpicks.com. No C. SCOK, PIKS.com.